Today I'll tell you how in 0.3 seconds you can start speaking magic. Every word that you want now coming out of your mouth is going to turn into magic. Call it spell works for love, call it spell work for money or anything else. But magic is what is now going to start coming out from your mouth with this practice that I tell you about. This practice is going to involve a one-word mantra. A one-word mantra, if you combine it with a particular mudra, will enhance everything that now you will speak, which will turn into magic. I will tell you how you need to do it. I will tell you who needs to do it in what way further ahead. But before I tell you anything about all of this, you need to know this is going to involve your throat chakra. Your throat chakra. So there's a lot of misconception, and I will definitely make a video talking in depth about the chakras. But for now, it is very important for you to know that a lot of people, where they're trying to open up all their chakras to reach the top chakra for spirituality or enlightenment or any of those reasons, you have to know one thing. Our chakras are our energy points. They're like energy suppliers. So today, let's say right now that I'm sitting here and I'm speaking to you, I am using this part of my house. Every other light in the every other rooms that I have is shut right now. I haven't kept them on. It's called waste of energy, right? You waste that energy, then the bill comes to you. You need to pay that bill. That means you're going to put in more energy towards work. So all those lights are shut. Energy supply is shut. Water supply in every other room is shut. My car is not running right now. My bike is not running right now. So today, when people are trying to open up all their chakras to achieve one thing, is as good as me now saying that, okay, now since I have to say all of this knowledge, share this knowledge, I need to keep all these energies, open up all these energies for me to say something. No, right now, the only energy that is being used right now is my throat chakra. I want this to be working right now. So this is where a lot of things with chakras are going wrong. So now what I tell you about the throat chakra is going to be very important for you to start speaking magic. When we call it throat chakra, in the other language, our language, we call it the Vishuddha chakra. Vishuddha chakra. There's a whole lot of different meaning to Vishuddha chakra than throat chakra. Vishuddha chakra means the purity that is now going to come out from you is going to touch somebody. So a lot of people may say that, okay, now when you start activating your throat chakra, your Vishuddha chakra, all good things will come. That means, okay, good morning, how are you? Good evening, is your life going great? Everything, Om Shanti Om. No, Vishuddha chakra means that everything that now you say, what you say right now is going to make sense to the other person. They will follow it to the T. Everything that now you say is going to be golden. That power is called the Vak Shakti. That power is called the Vak Shakti. So to understand this mudra that I tell you about, the mantra that I tell you about for your Vak Shakti, where everything that you say is golden, is magic, you need to see Vishuddha as Vishuddha Sattva. That means Vishuddha truth, the purest truth. Your purest truth is now going to reach somebody else. So this Vak Shakti is where a lot of people can make good use of it or can misuse it. So today, if I have to convince somebody to do something wrong, let's call it XYZ, to what extremists use to make certain people make them do the wrong thing, which is probably, go harming another whole society altogether, which we call it terrorism. So somebody can make the other person believe that what he's doing is the right thing for the gods and for whoever that they believe in, and they believe this Vak Shakti is extremely dangerous and is used for that also. Where whatever I say, this other person, for that other person, it is, my God, yeah, what you're saying is absolutely true. Or you can use this for something else, to make somebody, to motivate somebody, or to tell them something which is going to change their life completely. So now with the power of Vak Shakti, let's say two people have knowledge. Okay, since we are into spirituality, let's say two people have knowledge. One person has a lot of knowledge, the other person has a little bit of knowledge. But this one person who has all that knowledge does not have that Vak Shakti. The other person with a little bit knowledge has Vak Shakti. But this one who has so much of knowledge, when he or she starts talking about spirituality and all, even though they're saying all the right things, even though they've memorized everything, even though it is in them spirituality, it does not make sense to the other person, because their Vak Shakti, which is that purest truth, their truth is not reaching other people. But the other one who has a little bit of knowledge, whatever he says or she says, it'll be a little bit, it just hits the soul directly, because this person's Vak Shakti is activated. So now can you imagine the saying, this person can sell a refrigerator to an Eskimo or a fridge to an Eskimo. They have that convincing power behind it. So now when we're working so hard towards spell work, we're working so hard towards, saying things and making things happen and all. If your Vak Shakti is not activated, is not strong enough, then nothing's going to really work. So it takes 0.3 seconds for your mind, from your mind to your mouth, to open up and say what you want to say. So in your day-to-day life, you are speaking magic anyways, if you think about it. Yeah, I am hungry, I want to eat this. Or you go to a coffee shop and you say, yeah, I want black coffee, or I want a burger, a pizza, and the other person is understanding what you're saying. But other part of our life, where we need love, where we need money, where we need success, where we need peace, happiness, whatever you're looking for, that extra effort now starts getting complicated, where things are not happening according to what we are saying, is because all the emotions are in over here. So now where a lot of people will say the mind takes 0.3 seconds, they forget from your emotions it will reach your mind, and from here it will come out to what needs to be said. So this is where the Vak Shakti is used. So let's say you've got doubt, fear, confusion, whether it's going to happen or not going to happen. Now when you're about to say it, this is where the problem lies. So if the Vak Shakti is activated, doubt, fear, confusion, even if it is there, but by the time you reach over here and boom, what you say just makes sense. So now you've got love. You're saying the right thing to that person. Now you've got that job that you're looking for. You're saying the right things in your interviews. You're sending in the right email at that time. You're doing all the right things for somebody to understand what you're saying. That's the power of Vak Shakti. So for that, now when you just simply call it the throat chakra, does all of this profoundness behind Vishuddha Sattva make sense? Doesn't make any sense to me. So I will pin this word up so it becomes easier. But for now, since we are of various different language speaking on this channel right now, let's just call it the throat chakra. So for your throat chakra, this truth to be reaching people, to be coming out like spell work or magic, the word, the mantra that you will need to chant is HAM. HAM. 3 alphabets. When you say it together, HAM, is where this Vak Shakti starts getting activated, starts working. So this is how you need to say it. When you will say it, you sit down, you relax yourself, you do whatever works for you. Either you stand, you lie down, or you sit down. But when you say this, know why you're saying it. I'm saying this because I want my Vak Shakti, the power of speech, for whatever I say now, I want the other person, my truth, to reach them. It may not be their truth, but it is your truth that now they completely believe in. And I know since you're on my platform, you will make good use of it. You will not take advantage of it, because you know what, everything comes back to bite us eventually. So do good, and something nice will come back to us. Not bite us, but probably give us a sweet kiss. That's a better way of seeing it. So how you need to say it, when you say it harm, it just can't be harm. It has to be a release coming right from here. Harm. So you breathe in. Either if you want to close your eyes, or let's say even if you are going for that moment where you really need this to be activated, then just sit over there, be in your space, be in your moment at that time. Breathe in from your nose, and then you release. You breathe in again. So when you're releasing that harm, it is always releasing all that doubt, fear, confusion, which by the time it reaches over here is stopping from that magic to happen. So ha is that release for it. In the end, when you're stretching the ma part, ha, when you're doing the part over here, you will feel a vibration happen. So let that vibration keep going on. Ha. The ma you got to keep stretching, because now when we stretch the ma in whatever mantra, even if it is Om, the ma when we stretch, it keeps clearing the perception of our third eye, the eye of our soul. So all human emotions that are covering our third eye starts opening up. So this is why we always open up. So now when you're doing doubt, fear, confusion is all leaving you. By the time what you need to say is already reaching over here. So and speak your magic then. You speak your magic then. So now if you want to condition yourself, for this, for your personality to be, then you use the mudra, which is the Vishuddha Sattva Mudra, which you got to interlace your fingers together, keep it next to your navel. Your navel is a center point for all the emotions to be coming in. This is where the umbilical cord was also, so therefore all the energy to be coming inside of us. So you keep it slightly below the navel, keep your thumb pointing upwards, and now in your meditation pose, or sit the way I'm sitting, or you can even lie down when you're doing this, and now you again do the same thing. You breathe in. So you can decide how many times you do it. See how comfortable you feel. See how powerful you're feeling when you're doing this. Try after doing this, just experiment with this. Every time where you didn't have a voice, see now if that voice is coming for you. Every time that doubt, fear, confusion was there, for you to say whatever you want to say, start noticing whether it is working or not. So now for a lot of other people, let's say if now you are going somewhere, or you're going to be in that moment where you know you need that Vak Shakti for you to convince somebody, it could be in any area of your life. You're the best person to use those examples for yourself right now. So use this at that time. Just stand, just sit. Even if you don't want to do the mudra at that time, just stand in front of the mirror, feel good about yourself, know what you're doing, and then say, say it a few times and go do what you need to do. Go speak your magic, and your magic will work. For others, if you want this to be your personality, then my friend, you got to condition yourself. This is where the mudra and the whole practice is going to come in play. You will decide how many times you say it. Nobody else can say, do it 10 times, 5 times. What works for me is never going to work for you, and vice versa. So speak your magic. Vak Shakti is what is required for this. Try it out. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. Until I see you again, have a good life. Namaste.